Welcome to FIFA Save My Life. Thank you very much for joining me today on this day that I'm actually doing a tactics video, guys. I have found a tactic that I'm finally happy with after lots of updates and lots of changes. I was absolutely banging out a couple of different tactics, really enjoying them, and then all of a sudden updates came out and the tactics strangely didn't work anymore. So yeah, I've kind of been bouncing around, not doing very well on some of them. All of a sudden went back to an old favorite that I haven't used for a while, and yeah, bingo bango, it is working. We are scoring goals, we are winning games, we are running up the league. I think I was in desperate trouble at Weekend League, and I changed halfway through to this formation, and yeah, it absolutely saved my arse. It really did. So yeah, guys, this is the formation that I've been using and actually doing me well since the patch upgrades. Guys, make sure you hit like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, but it'd also mean that we can grow the channel. I have so many plans for this channel, so many that I would like to do giveaways and live feeds more, do open packs and all sorts of different things. Got loads of ideas for videos that I haven't been doing because I want a bigger audience to do them with, stuff like that. So yeah, guys, I genuinely need you to hit that like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. It takes me a second. It doesn't cost anything either. So yeah, really appreciate that. Right, let's get on with it. So again, in the background, you can see what we've got going on. I've got a bit of footage going on. It's 4-1-2-1-2, second variation, of course, and it is absolutely brilliant. It gives you the best of everything at the moment. The whole world of FIFA is sweaty as. We know it's sweaty. It is sweaty, and what can you do about it? Well, you can get a good formation that's gonna help alleviate that sweat. 4-1-2-1-2 basically gives you a nice flat back four, so you have no problems with it. You have a great amount of attacking ability going forward. You have one holding midfielder, and then basically you have three in midfield who can attack or who do different variations of attacking, as you will see by the tactics I give you in a minute. But we also look at it, and you've got two up front. I think the only way you can play FIFA at the moment is two up front. I do love 4-2-3-1 right at the very beginning of the game. I don't know if you can actually do a one anymore. I really don't know if one up front works. I don't think it does. I really don't. I've tried loads of different one formations. I just like it because I've got so many good midfielders that I'd like to add them in and do that. But yeah, it just kind of never works. So as you see on screen, it is actually quite wide. It is quite expansive. It's not as narrow as people think. But it is narrow, and we do make it narrow in the game. But what it does is the instructions that they are kind of overload the actual sort of main stuff that we've got on there, and again obviously allows the players to roam to where you need them to be, rather than just where the instructions are kind of like a guideline, and then the rest of it goes. So yeah, you can see on here FUT Champs, we're doing all right here, and yeah, it's a really easy formation to get into as well. One of the things is I've got a mate who I play FIFA with as well, and he quite rightly said exactly the same as I do. You know, we both went to the same formation at the same time, and we both use these tactics now, and both doing really well, much better than we were. And the reason being is it's such an easy formation. It literally is just a formation that you can kind of just fall into. You don't have to, you hear lots of times, or even when I've done videos, you've kind of looked at it and gone, well, you need to give it a bit of time. You need to give it like 20, 30 games, settle in, all the rest of it. There is no settling in. You don't need to. It is such an easy formation. Everybody kind of falls into the right position. Even if you're, if you're using wing backs and you're used to wing, this kind of does the same. If you're used to, playing through the middle and not crossing, this does, that. If you're used to tiki-taka, this does that. So yeah, there is lots and lots of positives to it, my friends, and that is why we are going to do 4-1-2-1-2, and we're going to go through the tactics. So there you go. That is a bit of gameplay. I didn't want to show you that I don't play it. I do play it all the time at 4-1-2-1-2, even in foot champs. This is one of my foot champs games where it went horribly wrong during foot champs, and I was able to turn it around and sort of managed to get some wins out of a weekend league that was going horribly to start with. I think I had like 2 wins out of 10 or something ridiculous like that, oh no, I think it was 3 or 4 wins, no, 3 wins out of 10. It was ridiculous. I was just so bad. I wasn't getting hammered, but it wasn't great either, yeah, second half I think I got 8 or 9 wins out of 10, so it kind of pulled me right back into it again and made a massive difference. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is how it looks in play. We will now go into it, and we will make sure that we go into the actual formation itself, and I will show you how it works. Right. So as you can see, I've got 14 TOTS at the moment as well. Let me know down below if you got this far. Let me know down below how many TOTS you've got so far. I'd be really interested to know. I've only got 14, but I am running a poor man's road to glory. I am not spending money on this. I've spent my own coins on it that I've earned in the match, and yeah, I've kind of got that and that only. So yeah, I've only managed 14, but as you can see from my squad, this is kind of what I'm rocking at the moment, and kind of worked hard for all of it, so I'm quite pleased as how I go. Let me show you how it goes. So I obviously start with 4-1-2-1-2. You can kind of see it there. That's not the actual way they end up in game at the moment. This is me playing the friendlies, but I use the same thing. So again, I go into my formation. Obviously, I go into the custom tactics. As you know, I always use defensive. You got a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation there in defensive. If you press in defensive, that is the tactics I'm currently using. So we go balanced for defensive style. We have the width at 40. Again, like I said, that kind of is guideline until you put the players sort of details in there, and then that overrules it. But 40 is the width. We've got depth of 60. Again, some kind of difference when I've played on new gen and old gen. I've noticed a little bit of difference. If you're on old gen, I would say possibly go back to around 50 and have a nice 50-50. With new gen, you can go 60. If you're feeling really adventurous, you can go 71 and push yourself right up. It used to work really well before the patches when you had the it would kind of hold the line, if you like. That seems to have been nerfed and doesn't anymore, but if you want to be really attacking, you want to go kind of above 71, but I find 60 is the sweet spot. That really works well and gets me good results. We've got balanced on build up play. Now what I would recommend with 4-1-2-1-2, I'm terrible. I will go for the jugular all the time. You probably saw some of that in the footage that I just showed you. I will go straight away for the attack. I will try getting it from A to B as fast as humanly possible. So long ball used to be the kiddie for me. That used to be the way that I did it, and was good. I find that doesn't work so much, and kind of you want slow build up, but balanced. So then it gives you a bit of an option, because what will happen is you get the best of everything. The AI will kick in. You've got very, very good players nowadays. Everybody's got TOTS. Everybody's got icons of some sort in their team. We've all seen it. So leave it on balance. Let it run itself. So I would recommend playing tiki-taka. I would recommend passing it along, even passing it backwards sometimes, creating a bit more space, switching from wing to wing, and just looking for that opportunity to be able. Don't go into this formation thinking I'm just going to punt it up and do long balls. Again, on balance, you can get away with it sometimes, but mostly the best results you get from this formation is if you tiki-taka it up the pitch, play it nicely, and just look for that outlet. You've got 2 strikers up there, and you've got a cam. That both of them will open up at some point, and you will get that ball through, and you'll score those goals. So yeah, definitely look at a slow build up without it being slow build up. Have yourself some chances. Obviously, it goes without saying, there is no way on this game, especially on new gen, you can play it without direct passing. If you don't, the strikers don't move. So whatever you do, do play direct passing. Don't change any of that in this formation. You can always tailor it towards your needs and that, but the only one I would desperately keep is direct passing. Got 55 width because again it's a narrow width, but again you want some sort of not wingers but players who do sort of float out a little bit to open up. I've got 4 in the box just because you don't need that many. If you have more than that, you've got your whole midfield going in, and there's a massive gap then between midfield, attack, and then defense. And what you don't want is players of Mbappe's speed or whatever getting in behind your defenders. I have corners on 1 and free kicks on 1, but that's up to you personally. Now you can see where everybody's sitting. Again, if you want to move people around from your original sort of formation, you can do, and it won't change it. It will only stay on this one. But you can see from here that I've got Harry Kane and Rodrigo up front. You've got Foden. I've got Kevin De Bruyne there on the left. I've got Dele Alli on the right, and then obviously at this moment in time, Rodri. It's normally Mateus in there. I've got Mitchell, Ruben Diaz, Gomez, and Alexander-Arnold, and Alisson down on goal. Right, let's have a look at the instructions. Start with a goalkeeper. At goalkeeper, I've just got balanced on them at the moment. Again, Alisson's so good, he kind of knows what to do. It's just one of those things. Obviously, the defenders, absolutely just leave them as they are. You don't want to touch them. They stay as balanced all the way around. I have stay back and mixed on the right back and left back. Now, again, obviously, if you need to attack, you've got in your armoury, you can keep your powder dry on this one. You can push forward and put full-backs to attack if you use the D-pad. Now, if you do that, then obviously Alexander-Arnold and Mitchell are perfect for going forward. So you want kind of that thing. But it's only if you need them. You kind of want a flat back 4. Otherwise, you end up with like a 2 at the back, possibly a 3 if Rodri's sort of dropping in there. But you don't want that. It leaves you very open for crosses, which are OP at the moment, and also just players of speed coming in and around. Gomez is great, Ruben Diaz is great, but neither one of them's over 85 pace. You don't want to leave themselves open for any of that. Keep back until maybe you're either desperate in the last 20 minutes for a goal. Then you can put your on the D-pad your defenders to go forward. Or, again, obviously, if you're just trying to kill them off, you're 3-0 up, something like that, you want to rage quit. That is your option. But to start with, your basic is stay back while attacking. Rodri, who is our holding, the only thing you have on him is stay back while attacking and cover centre. Nice and simple. No cutting out or anything like that. You don't want him pulling out of position. You just want him sat in that one position. We've got Kevin De Bruyne on the left. I have get forward on Kevin De Bruyne. He's one of my more attacking ones. If he gets into the box, he can score, he can shoot. But I do have him on cover wing. Now, the reason I have him on cover wing is it gives you that width. It gives you a nice little bit of width. But it also allows, if you are pushing Mitchell up, then obviously he will cover Mitchell as well. But again, if Mitchell's not going up, he has no reason to cover the wing, so he stays in the centre. So it's really good, really. So cover wing, get forward. With Dele Alli, the man, myth, and legend, obviously I just have completely balanced on him, but I do have cover centre on him. So again, obviously, I've kind of got Rodri, Ali, whatever happens in midfield. So again, a bit like a 4-4-2, you've got your 2 in there, whatever happens. Kevin De Bruyne will make himself known in midfield, so you've definitely got 3. But if he's onwards and upwards, then you've definitely got 2 in there, there or thereabouts. Foden, I've got on completely balanced. The only reason I do that is because AI is so good on these cams now. If I have Zidane in there, if I have Foden in there, if I have Ali in there, if I have De Bruyne in there, if I have Silva in there, if I have any of those, their AI is so good. They know when to run into the box and when not to. If you keep them forward, you're losing a midfielder. If you have them on just balanced, guys, they will go wild on their own, and they are very good at doing that. We got Harry Kane. I have on completely balanced. on the left side. Again, if you have a player like that, if you have a Benzema or someone like that who's handy, certainly if they're high, then I'd put them on a balance. Again, let them run the channels, let them move into the spaces. You want that tiki-taka. You want to look for them, and you don't want to just have them in the middle doing the obvious. You want to have them out a little bit, because not only are you fooling the AI, but you're actually trying to fool, a human person at the end of the of the other screen, really, and you want them to not have the normal, which is stay central and get in behind. So this gives a different outlook on what happens. But the difference is on Rodrigo, he's faster. So I do have get in behind on him. So again, obviously, if you have a fast one, if you have your Mbappe, you have your someone, I always just have balanced on everything, but I do have get in behind on that one, just because I want the opportunity to put that through ball. Again, if you look at Dele Alli, he's on balanced, but he's also on stay central. He would be just behind. If I can put a ball over the top, if I can put a ball through on the side, then Rodrigo is fast enough to get in there. Rodrigo is also looking to get in behind there, where Harry Kane's looking to support, he's looking to hold it up, he's looking to get in there. So that is my formation, my friends. That is exactly how I do it. That is how I've managed to turn my life around a little bit and get some decent wins out of FIFA recently, after I thought, my God, I'm never going to do it again. So there you go, guys. Any questions down below, let me know, and I will more than happily answer it on this formation. Go out and enjoy it. Like I said, give it a few games, but genuinely, you should just gel with it straight away, unless you think, if you cross it, this is a great formation. If you play through balls, this is a great formation. If you play tiki-taka, great formation. Give it a go. That is all I have to say on the situation, my friends. Look after yourself, as always, and if you can't, find someone who can. Bye-bye.